at 7:04 p.m. Roll call, please.
Trustee Walker.
Present.
Trustee Gayos.
Here.
Trustee Tejada. Here. Vice President Salahuddin. Here. President Lee.
Here. Are there any changes to the agenda, Ms. Preston?
There are no changes.
I have a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item 9A, approval of minutes, the minutes specifically of August 15th, 2023. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain because I was not present at that meeting.
So in reporting,
I would like to change my no changes to the agenda. On the closed session, it lists Jewel Labs and it should have listed claims against Altria, ALTRIA.
all right, so under the report out of closed session with regards to item 4B, in the existing litigation case regarding Altria, marketing, sales practices, and products liability litigation case number 319 MD 02913-WHO, the Board of Trustees gave instruction to counsel with respect to that matter. Communications, board report. And I believe we do have a couple of student trustees with us. And pardon me, I do not know your names. If you would like to introduce yourselves.
My name is Violet. I'm from Oceana High School.
Hi, my name is Rihanna. I'm also from Oceana High School.
Okay. Would you like to share any report out with regards to what's happening at Oceana?
Our hygiene drive just officially started, and we are actually having our first school dance on Friday. So we're excited for that, and planning is being finalized.
Great. Thank you very much. Welcome. And we're very happy to have you here this
Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome to your first meeting.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Walker, anything you would like to share?
Yes, I attended back to school night, Terranova High School. I haven't spent much time there. It was good to see a lot of people I've seen before because I live in Pacifica, and to see the school in motion. I also got to take a kind of close look at the auto program there. I think it's pretty sweet. And that's about it. Thank you.
I went to Jefferson's back to school night. I went as a parent, and then Mr. Harrington, he picked me out of the crowd, so gave me a little shout out. So that was cool. It's a really good turnout, actually. They had pizza there. Cheerleaders did a big old, I guess, archway thing or whatever. So it was a pretty good turnout for back to school night. I haven't done one of those in a while, so that was nice. Also had our first student advisory meeting last week. It was nice to get to meet all the new student advisory board members, a couple of them sitting over there. So looking forward to working with you guys this coming year. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I have a question for you. Is it a whole new crew in student advisory, or do we have some repeaters?
There's some repeaters.
We have 4 returning students.
Yeah.
So I also attended student advisory, and it was really great to meet new students and see how much our returning students have grown. Looking forward to working with you. So I also attended student advisory. So I missed our last meeting because I felt like I was getting sick because my daughter had COVID. The first time she's ever contracted it. And then it's a good thing I didn't come because I ended up testing positive at the end of the week. And so I was down for a little bit, and then I just had to get my daughter ready to go back to school at NYU. And so that's what we focused on this past week and moving her into her new dorm. And, you know, she's a proud Jefferson grad, as am I. And I'm looking forward to the new booster. Because, you know, I think I would have gotten really sick if I hadn't been boosted 3 other times. I really think I would have gotten really sick. It just felt like a really bad cold. And I was really tired one day, exhausted. But just a reminder to everybody that there is a surge. And, trying to be careful. But it's good to be back.
So I also went to back to school night. So I went to Westmore's and Jefferson's, and that was just really nice. I mean, it's been a while. It feels like it's been a while since we've had a back to school night that felt like pre everything that happened. So, and then also at both schools, you could see the difference in confidence in the site administration. And that just their presentations, their comfort level with what they were speaking about, their engagement with the parents and everything in the room. It was just really, really nice to see. So I'm just grateful to everyone who worked on the back to school nights. And I'm really proud of our site administrators, we've had a lot of turnover and it's been hard at that level, but seeing them grow together and become strong teams has been great. And then popping in and out of classrooms, and it's always fun when I go in a classroom and I'm like, you look like you could be my kid. But seeing all the new teachers and staff and how comfortable they were walking in the classrooms, it was really nice to just see how much we've grown and progressed as a district, and a lot of the things that we've talked about, how that's come to fruition, and just me being on campus in that short period of time, being able to see it already. The other thing I wanted to talk about is parent engagement. I don't know if there are any parents watching us, but one of the things that hasn't gotten better and has declined is parent engagement on our campuses. And, I don't know what we need to do to offer a variety of ways that parents can engage. But I know, speaking for myself, like I was a strong PTO mom for most of my life. And that's how Rosie and I met. We all benefit from having our parents engaged with what's happening. And I know you think you have a high schooler that they may need you less, but I always found that they need you more. I would tell my kids, you don't have to talk to me when I'm on campus. Like if you want to ignore me, and my son took me up on that, you absolutely can't. But I think it also, my daughters also, and all of my children saw how much I cared about their education, about how much time I spent at school. It didn't have to be a ton of time because I worked full time, but just the amount of time that I was able to spend. And the schools were always great about working with me around my schedule, meant a lot. So I'm hoping that, one of the things that we can do as a board is focus on how we can get parents more engaged and have them come back with, because they are, our key partner in all of the work. Thank you.
Great. I echo everything all of you have said. I was at the Westmore Back to School Night. It was actually really great to be there and to see again just the confidence of the team and be able to see a lot of the new staff or newer staff there and the confidence they had in their classrooms. That was actually highly enjoyable. So it was a good vibe. We will walk across that campus last week. That's all I've got. We've got any board subcommittees to report out. Yeah, that's up first. There's any. I don't think there's any.
Well, student advisory
Want to
council.
talk about student advisory?
The next meeting is on the 18th, and we'll probably be going over election of officers.
Okay. Great.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to be a little bit redundant and say I too went to some of the back to school nights. I think it was Terra Nova and Westmore that were on the same night. So I was just at Westmore. I missed Terra Nova's this year. It was great last year, so I assume it was great this year as well. I went to Jefferson and Westmore, and I too want to just say that it is really clear that the administrations are really gelling and becoming very confident in their work with each other. And so that was really great. And it gives me pride and confidence in our teams and our schools. And probably the highlight for me was walking with Andy and Kalima through many of the classrooms and being very, very proud of what was going on in our classrooms. It's a really good feeling to have your bosses walk through and see the great work that's happening. So particularly proud of that. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Okay. AFT 1481 report, Ms. Casey.
Good evening. The only things I want to report out on are that we have our second executive board meeting next Tuesday. And that most of the sites have either scheduled or had their first site labor management meeting. There are a couple of extra ones like the special education that's going to happen later this month. So I feel like with the communication happening with the administration and the site reps and the executive board, we're moving in the way we need to. So that's all.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to consent. Is there a motion to approve consent?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 13, public comment. Do we have any public comment this evening?
We do not.
Okay. We'll move on to item 14A1, board policy update, BP 5111 admissions. Ms. Vazvino.
Good evening, President Tejada. There we go. We're going backwards. Let's do it again. President Lee, members of the board. So this is first read for board policy 5111 for admissions. It's updated to delete the requirement for the district enrollment applications to include information about healthcare options, as the law requiring such information has self-repealed.
Are there any questions or discussion items with regards to this change to the board policy 5111? All right. Well, thank you for the update, Ben.
You're welcome.
Okay. Moving on to item 15A1, resolution 2023-2024/2, resolution informing parents and other adults in the county of their obligations regarding the secure storage of firearms in their homes. Ms. Presta.
Thank you, President Lee. So this resolution is essentially just to sort of declare that we will work with the Coalition for Safe Schools and Communities to help school districts inform parents and other adults in the county of these obligations, because we feel that it's a very important thing for the safety of our students. So it's my recommendation that you approve this resolution.
Any comments or questions from the board? Seeing as that there are none, I will entertain a motion to approve this resolution.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. All right. 15B1, public hearing and action, adoption of resolution number 2023-2024/3, Pupil Textbook and Instructional Materials Incentive Act. Ms. Baca.
Good evening, President Lee. Before you is a resolution required by the Ed Code that ensures that each school in the district has sufficient textbook or instructional materials aligned with the academic content standards. It is requested a public hearing is declared and that the resolution is approved right after.
Okay. I will go ahead and open the public hearing. Anyone? All right, I shall close the public hearing. Any discussion or questions from the board with regards to this resolution? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve adoption of resolution number 2023-24/3.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. Motion passes. Thank you. And then now item 15B2, approval of 2023-24 instructional materials. Back to you, Ms. Baca.
Hello again. So at the beginning of each school year, in order to ensure that their alignment with state content standards as required, the districts must formally adopt the textbooks and instructional materials. So before you is the recently compiled list of textbooks and instructional materials that are most commonly used by our teachers at Jefferson Union.
Great. Any questions or comments with regards to the instructional materials as presented?
No.
Seeing as that there are none, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve instructional materials.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. Item 15C1, Human Resources Memorandum of Understanding Approvals Service Tracker. Ms. Lujan.
Good evening, everyone. Before you is a memorandum of understanding with regards to Service Tracker. You may recall that in the spring of 2023, the Department of Education expedited the implementation of Service Tracker, which is a tool to track the minutes for students with IEPs that they're receiving their services. In the spring, we provided recognition to our day certificated members, and this memorandum of understanding then now provides recognition for the efforts of our direct service providers, folks like our adaptive physical education teachers.
Great. Are there any questions for Ms. Lujan? Seeing as that there are none, is there a motion to approve the MOU?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All right. Resolution 2023-2024/4. Resolution authorizing assignment of certificated personnel to teach outside their authorized teaching field. Back to you, Ms. Lujan.
Hello again. Education Code 44263 allows for a credentialed teacher to teach outside of their credentialed area so long as they hold at least 18 semester units in that specialty area. Mr. Holmes is a teacher at Jefferson High School who holds 42 semester units in fine arts, and this resolution would enable him to teach in the area of fine arts this school year.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
I have a question or two.
Go for it, Ms. Walker.
Is this the first time we've done this for Mr. Holmes?
This is not the first time we have done this for Mr. Holmes.
And do we have to do it for the school year?
Yes, it's a 1 year resolution. So it's possible, likely, that this may come before you again next year.
All right. Any other questions or comments?
May I make a motion to approve resolution 2023-24/4?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And finally, application for variable term waiver for Mark Santa Maria, Ms. Lujan.
Thank you. The variable term waiver application before you is a request to waive the preparation program requirement, basic skills, and English learner authorization for Mark Santamaria. He is an adult school teacher who is teaching English as a second language. He is deeply committed to supporting newcomers to our country, particularly adults, is actually an immigration attorney, and he is working towards earning his credential. And so this waiver will buy him time to complete his credential requirements.
Any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the application for variable term waiver for Mark Santa Maria.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. And item 16, consideration of future agenda items. Anything for future agendas? Okay. And before we adjourn tonight, We will adjourn tonight's meeting in honor of Melba H. Rodella, mother of district delivery driver Rick Rodella, and grandmother to Oceana maintenance worker Bobby Rodella. For 31 years, Melba worked as a social worker for San Francisco's Mission Neighborhood Center and was a heavily involved member of her church and volunteerism within the community. Melba was married to her husband Robert for 59 years and had 2 sons. She passed away at the age of 87. We, the Jefferson Union High School District, send our condolences to the Rodella family, along with a host of friends and loved ones. There a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:25 p.m.